Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this information trash for the T32 Predoctoral Clinical Research Award. So, the leadership, Jean-Pierre Roffman, who is joining us today, and myself, we will be leading this program and working together with all of you. So, the scope of this award is to support the training of biomedical and clinical researcher through individual predoctoral research training. Some people believe that it's merely human research, but that is not the case. Any basic science with implication for a pathology, a disease, are welcome to apply. The T32 is a component of the National Institutes of Health Clinical and Translational Science Awards. And this is a partnership with Johns Hopkins University. At University of Maryland system, we include School of Dentistry, School of Law, Medicine, Nursing, Social Work, Graduate School, and the University of Maryland College Park. The T32 will fund one UMB, ICTR trainee, and hopefully we will have additional internal funds to open up other positions. The duration of the program is 1 year. So let's talk about what this award is about. The award will provide a stipend, tuition, training-related expenses, and all other expenses that are in line with the Ruth Kirdenisten National Award Service. So stipend, tuition fee, other budgetary levels that you can find in the guidelines through this link. Please note that the scale guideline is for a reference, and you would need to see the fiscal year that we are now to see the exact amount. Let's talk now about eligibility. Who is eligible for this award? So people have to be US citizen or green card holder, permanent resident. Those who apply should have received a bachelor degree by the beginning of our program, that in our case is July 1st. Currently enrolled in a doctor degree conferring program in the following schools, the schools that we just mentioned. And this is relevant because some people reach out from other schools across the country asking, can we apply? So it is necessary to have already an appointment with our system to be able to be eligible. So if someone from Texas is still having a position there, and that position will not be yet, moved to us within our deadlines, there is no possibility to apply. If funded by the T32 training program, no other concurrent federal funding are allowed. So, for example, an F31 and so on. And also no more than 4 years of previous aggregate NRSA support. So there are candidates that may be eligible for postdoctoral and so on. So, or for an F and this award. So it's important that the total amount is within 4 years. Let's talk about the requirement. For those who will be selected for this award, we require a full-time position. That means 40 hours per week dedicated to science. It is mandatory to attend our training seminars that we offer together with Johns Hopkins University. The majority of these seminars are online or as hybrid format. It is necessary to identify a primary and, if you wish, also a secondary mentor that will be supervising you during this project. Usually, we welcome people who have already a project in mind. So once you apply, part of the application will be to have a project that is feasible during this 1 year program. Also, we require completion of a master degree in a clinical research area. For some people who had already masters being complete, we could consider also certificates. The student must maintain a good academic standard with a minimum of 3 as GPA. Predoctoral trainee may be enrolled in year 2 or later of their original doctorate conferring degree training depending on the plan of study. So if you have any questions with this eligibility criteria, feel free to email us. Now let's talk about the package. To apply, you will be writing a cover letter, submitting a detailed curriculum vitae, and preparing a personal statement and a project. The length is 2-3 pages, the size is 12, but what is important is the content of this personal statement. We expect you to use the same style of aims page for an NIH grant, a description of the project. Tell us its power. How do you plan to conduct this research? The caveat that you may encounter. Additionally, because this is a training grant, we would like to read about your short and long-term research goals. Why these awards make you even more competitive as a future scientist. In addition, we wish you to clarify why undertaking the master or the certificate will be a plus for you. Finally, we require transcripts from all higher level institutions you have attended. And at the same time that you apply for this training awards, you also will file an application concurrent to this application for attending the Master in Clinical Research or one of the certificates that are offered at University of Maryland. Again, if you wish guidance in choosing which of this opportunity match better your profile, again, feel free to reach out to us or we can discuss later together. Also, it is necessary to prepare 2 letters of reference, and the letter should be emailed directly to our leadership, ICTR-navigator at University of Maryland.edu. The deadline this year will be February 27. We expect 1 letter from a former mentor, 1 letter from your current mentor. The mentor that will be working with you during this year of award will be also part of the evaluation. He or she or they will be evaluated for their bio, and we ask to submit the NIH bio sketch. Also, we would like to see the level of commitment with the applicant, the mentor's prior experience, as well as the grant that are part of this mentor record. Please provide the details about your interaction with the mentor, verbal, written communication, additional training, and so on. And finally, we also wish to receive an academic dean confirmation of your good academic standing and, where appropriate, stating approval for the step out here. We talk about MD student, for example. The deadline is February 27 at 5 p.m. And thank you very much for your attention. So, we still, before we open this to discussion and questions, you may wonder what is about, what will be receiving as part of this award. So the educational plan is quite articulate. Every month we offer the seminars, but also we have catalyst seminars here at UMB, training for ethics, access to health informatics, professional development workshop, community engagement research learning opportunity, and the attendance of our National Translational Science meeting. There will be a mentor-mentee agreement between the trainees and their mentor. Also, you will be providing twice during this 1 year a opportunity, an evaluation of what are you going to do, and 6 months, roughly 6 months later, what you have done. Also, we will include what we call IDP, Individual Development Plan, that is a progress report. And at the end, a completion report where hopefully we will see your milestones being achieved. Which are the milestones? So, for those who are part of the predoctoral, we expect that you finish your project, submit your first author paper, and where applicable, also some grant applications. For the questions, we can stop sharing, but also stop recording so you feel comfortable to ask any questions you may have to all of us. And thank you. We have many questions in the chat as well. So, is this award only for pre-doctoral trainee? Well, we have two awards, one for pre-doctoral trainees and one for postdoctoral trainees. At 4:30, we will have the other session. And does this award apply only to citizen and green card? Yes, unfortunately, international student in line with the NIH rules are not allowed to apply. Can research topic be part of the proposed dissertation thesis? Of course. And can mentor be the same as a dissertation mentor? Should be the same, yes, ideally. And in open up the discussion now, the real discussion, feel free to raise your hand and ask questions to myself, Professor Rothman, but also a current pre-doctoral student who is with us today. And fortunately, we have also all the people that will be helping you with the application, Lina, Wanda, and Megan. So, questions? First, it is great to see 18 participants. So, thank you for coming to this session. Hopefully, this will give you a sense of the application in general. Yes, Sophie.
Hello. I just wanted to ask if the master's degree can be pursued concurrently with our doctoral degree, and would that require a step out year since it can be done at the same time? I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
Jean-Pierre, would you like to answer?
Probably your doctoral degree will suffice. I don't think you need to get 2 degrees.
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
So I can add to that that if there is redundancy in getting a master's degree, we encourage getting a certificate instead. There are certain degrees that do require a step out year. For like Jake, I believe you took a step out year from your program. I think it just really depends on your situation and what program you're in. But we have had doctoral students take a master's degree concurrently with their and successfully in this program. But we've had alternative options as well. Does that answer your question?
Sophie, feel free to email us with the current degree you are attending so that we can have a better answer for you.
That sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thanks. So, Robert, if I'm planning on taking a step out here to get a master degree in the school, year 2026, 2027, would this be the cycle for me to apply or should I wait until next year? So first on, usually PhD students don't need to take a step out here. This is only for specific situation like MD student and so on. But PhD students usually do concurrently with the PhD program, also the master. So again, it depends on your situation, Robert, if you are a PhD student currently or an MD student.
Yeah, Bobby's an MD student, right,
Or
Bobby?
Yeah, he is an MD student. I chatted with him.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then here we go.
So
So the second
this
vertical,
would be the cycle though, to answer the
yes.
question, right? This would be the cycle. And Jake, that's exactly what you did, correct? You took a step out year.
Yeah, I took a step out year, but Bobby, you are second year, right? M2 year, so you're not in your M3 year. So it'll depend on when you want to do your step out year. I think some students do it after M2 year, but typically people do it after M3 year. So depending on when you want to do it, but if you want to do it after you complete your clinical rotation, which I think I will recommend because I think that experience from clinical rotation is, I think, very important. You would apply next cycle, not this cycle.
Yeah, that's my plan. So perfect. Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Other questions? So maybe we have a little of time for sharing experience. Jack is currently completing almost, yes, 1 year pre-doctoral training award with us. Maybe you can comment on the training opportunities, but also what is about combining what you're doing with us and your, MD requirement.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for having me here. I'm Jake. I am a fourth year medical student, so completed my third year of medical school and then doing a step out year before I applied to residency. And I mainly did this program because I've always been very interested in conducting research and having research as part of my career. I aspire to be a clinical trialist in the future. Also want to be an academic cardiologist. And this opportunity stood out to me because as I was doing research previously, I recognized that I had a lot of statistical and also methodology gaps in my education and training. That's not necessarily taught in medical school, really. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to pick up the skill that I knew would be really helpful for my future career. So I'm currently enrolled in the MPH Master of Public Health program. And that program really teaches me all the educational component that I need to know. And the MPH is also covered by the T32 program, so no additional student loan for me, which is amazing. And concurrently, I'm currently working at the Institute for Health Computing and doing observational studies there, looking at some cardiovascular outcomes after vascular surgery. That's what I'm doing currently. And the nice part about the program is you concurrently get one is you get mentoring not just from your mentors, but also from support from the T32 program. We have monthly check-in with Dr. John Pierre and with Dr. Koloka to make sure we're on track for the progress. We also get to attend conferences that are funded by T32. So we have this translational science conference that's coming up that we will all be going to and present our research there. We also have retreats, summer and winter retreat with Hopkins and also Morgan State University. So we all come together and they have a nice seminar set up for us. So they teach us components of, how can you be a successful researcher? What are things you should be thinking about in designing your research? How do you write a manuscript? How do you present successfully? And it's stuff that sounds intuitive, but actually I've picked up a lot of things that I didn't really think about because that normally taught me how to present or how to make a successful poster. Like I just thought, okay, you just take a background and results section, shove it into a poster, and you present. But there's more arts to that than that. And the retreat was really helpful in learning some of that. So, I mean, overall, honestly, the best decision I made in my life to take a step out to do this. So I highly encourage all of you to apply. And I will drop my email in there if you have any questions regarding the application process. And I promise I won't report anything to Dr. Koloka or Rothman, so you guys can email me anytime. And I'm happy to provide you any help or feedback on your proposals. And with any questions, then happy to chat with anyone.
Thank you, Jake.
Nice. Any other question before we wrap up? So we see a question. So you have Jake email. If there are no other questions, we will wrap up this session and we will start in 10 minutes this session for postdoctoral trainees. So if some of you are also interested to learn more about the postdoctoral training or word, please stay with us. Thank you very much.